Well, hello, friends. Hi, how's everybody doing? Good. Welcome to the Q101 Lounge. Give it up for yourselves. I'm sure it was hard getting out of work today. I'm Lauren O'Neill from Q101. I am so excited because we are making history in this lounge today. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're about to find out. From open mics at Connor Burn Pub in Seattle to their first Chicago show at Shuba's to 15 years later, today, playing Allstate Arena. So many rivers and roads in between. A band of musicians, a band of producers, a band of friends, a family. Please welcome back to the Q101 Lounge, the Head and the Heart. I think you're going to have to get louder. They can't hear you yet. Give it up for the Head and the Heart. There it is. Come on out, Kenny. Give it up. Oh, there's a specific order. Maddie. Chris, welcome. Charity. Welcome, darling. And John. Do you know what this marks today, here, now?
Hint? You want to give us a hint?
I'll give you a hint. You're making history.
Okay.
For the first time ever. Your fourth appearance, your four-peat. You were the first band to ever join us in the Q101 Lounge 4 times. And
do we get like a plaque or something?
you actually get something better than
Just
a
kidding.
plaque. So I did some research, and a
trophy?
typical 4-year anniversary is flowers or fruit. We did both.
Wow.
Stephanie,
Oh my gosh.
a fruit flower bouquet.
Is that an edible arrangement? Is that what they're called?
It is edible, and it's arranged
Yeah.
just for you guys.
Some Chicago pineapple. Melon balls.
You guys so much.
Grown right off the shores of Lake Michigan, I think. Yeah. Some of them have chocolate. Good
Yes. We'll eat that.
eye. So, no pressure, but you guys kind of like us a lot. It's been 10 years. 4 times. That's what, get it open. Tear it open. Get a bite. Let us know how it is.
Anybody else want one of these?
I will in a little bit. Yeah, I do want one actually. Yeah.
Thanks.
Pass
If
one
there's-
more down, please. Chris hijacked
It's
it.
delicious.
Yes.
They covered it.
We said send us the delicious one. We specifically said this is for the head and the heart, you
Very
guys.
Well, you got it.
Better not send us those suck strawberries. Well, thank you so much for being here. The feeling is mutual. We love you guys so much. And while we're on the subject, what is your favorite thing about Chicago, each of you?
Man, there's a lot to love about Chicago. We've been coming here for a long while now, from Shuba's up until today, obviously. But I've done a lot here in town. Yesterday, Maddie and I here got to do a tour of Wrigley Field.
And you're officially Cubs fans now, right?
Yes.
That's kind of to say.
Did you have a Cubs hat on
Today?
yesterday?
We did yesterday. Yeah, they gave us
Oh.
hats to wear in the stadium.
You're such a
But it
Cubs
was-
fan.
Yeah, it was really cool to be in there, like in off season, and doing a bunch of construction. Got to throw balls in the bullpen and even pretend to play on the organ for a minute. It was really cool.
Ooh, they let you touch the organ?
I did touch the organ. Yeah, it wasn't on, but I did touch it.
Did you feel any like magic juju from the keys?
Felt Harry Carey's ghost, I think, was
Yeah?
in there watching. Yeah, it was great.
That's amazing. Anybody else? Chris, what do you like about Chicago?
I love everything about Chicago.
Good answer.
It is like, I don't know what there is not to like, honestly. My brother lives here, so I come here a lot. Been coming here since before we started coming here. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a livable big city, which is like, just feels like somehow a rare thing. Yeah, I love it.
It's
I
like
also don't know what I would say, but I do plan on moving here.
Yes! Got him!
So obviously I enjoy it. I don't know. I can't. I just feel comfortable and inspired at the same time. I'm sorry, I'm just jumping right in front of you, Charity, but it just feels like a place to, I feel comfortable and inspired. Like I go to New York and I'm like, I'm inspired. I'm pretty uncomfortable. Whereas here, I feel like I'm like, you know, my wife and my 1-year-old are here, and we're out there with the stroller. And I don't know. It just feels like it has the full spectrum. So again, not specific. I'm not trying to dodge the question, but
That's okay.
I really do want to move here. So
Before ever coming here,
We'll
it was
see.
like one of those cities where, you know, if there's a Sinatra song about it, then it must be something special, you know. And so I've always, you know, long before ever coming here, I love the Sinatra song, you know, My Kind of Town, and I always like, I'm always strolling through the streets humming it in my head, My Kind of Town.
Like that, humming it like that.
Yeah, basically, yeah. People think I'm crazy, and I am. But yeah, this city has just got so much history and like some of the greatest architecture in the world. It's the most unique in that it's got this just beautiful river. I feel like it's one of the most photogenic cities maybe anywhere. You know, the river running through town. We did the architecture tour on the boat a couple of summers ago, and it's just so epic. You learn so much about the city, and you.
apparently the river's super clean, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the cleanest.
Always has been. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We always go swimming for sure.
Yeah.
And
It's usually the first thing we do.
I think you get superpowers if you drink it by accident.
But it's true, and then even though, like as Kenny mentioned, like the legendary venues. Last summer we played the Salt Shed. Before that, you know, we played the Northerly Island a bunch of times, which is incredible. Aragon Ballroom. I mean, the list goes on and on in terms of music and the lineage. You know, John mentioned earlier today. You know, walking down the street listening to Wilco, and but those songs really come to life in this town, obviously. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Charity. Talk about Chicago.
I mean, I love the Midwest. I love, you know, I've on my mom's side, they're from Chicago and kind of southern Illinois, and then got fam in Minnesota. My dad's side, so definitely roots concentrated here and good people, you know.
Hell yeah.
And I love sport peppers and Chicago dogs.
Yes!
One
Yes!
of my favorite foods, hands down.
Well, speaking of history, there's obviously a lot of history with this band. Huge anniversary tour just announced, just went on sale this morning for the 15th anniversary of the debut album, which I know it's on everyone's mind, and I'm just going to ask, does the Smoking Sheep have a name?
Never been asked that, actually.
Never been asked that?
Yeah, I don't
Josiah?
think we have. Yeah, it was Josiah behind the mask, so I guess we call it Josiah.
Where did it come from?
That was
Just in his closet?
Yeah, it was the first time we ever did a band photo shoot. We had a friend who was a photographer, and we went out with him for the day and hit a few different locations. And we were at this park, Discovery Park, right? Where we used to hike down, especially in the early days. John, Josiah, and I would hike down to the water there and like bring a guitar and hang out. And we just went there because it's a beautiful park on the water. And he was taking photos of us by this tree. And the funny thing is, yeah, we kind of just brought a bunch of props. We brought a bunch of like interesting outfits and hats and weird, just random things. So we had options for photos. But the funny story is Chris took a photo of the two of them with his like brand new iPhone. It was like right when they came out, or maybe even before iPhones.
iPhone 5.
iPhone, yeah, something like that. And that's the one we used for the album cover. Our buddy who was the pro photographer was definitely bummed about that because we had these really clean, crisp options, but we liked that it was slightly grainy and looked like it had kind of a texture to it that the other photos didn't have.
Yeah, the subtle difference in composition. It was just, it popped in a way that the others didn't.
He's
But
like, why am I even here?
I know.
And we were like, why are we paying him?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We got our own props. We basically did made the head and the heart photo booth.
Also, I just realized we totally missed out on the whole shot on an iPhone thing. We were doing that in 2011.
You were the originals.
Well, I think you just came up with a really great. The next promo idea that we're going to do is we'll have to have the naming of the he'll be the official mascot. We're going to have a giant version made of the smoking sheep.
Okay,
No?
I didn't mean to go there.
No.
Because, it creeps me out. I can't be the only one. It, like, when John says, yeah, it haunts me, it's that. Just, I can see it when I close my eyes. Ugh. It's like, why is he smoking? There's no eyes. It's dead. I'm sweaty now, just from talking about him. Whatever his name is.
Are you just
Did we
afraid of
move on?
sheep in
Should we
general?
move
or
I don't know what it is.
Is this like a phobia that's deeper
no,
seated?
sheep are cute. That one.
Let's talk about it.
Not cute.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
It's not a therapy session.
No, it
for
is a
me.
creepy mask for sure. I hear
But
you.
Anyway, the album, obviously amazing. The soundtrack to so many of our lives in that era and continuing through in the last 15 years. And now we just talked about it, so I feel like I can talk about it now. The secret of the thing that's coming.
Sheet masks for everyone.
Look under your seats.
We're getting a very special surprise from the Head and the Heart that has to do with this album.
Yeah, we're going to be releasing a 15th anniversary deluxe edition with a bunch of demos from the early days and remastered album in general. It's going to be really cool, and some real deep cuts. We actually had to like genuinely do some real deep diving, even just to find some demos, because we didn't have equipment to record ourselves back then. I think John eventually bought a little like 4-track deal that we worked on, but some of the earliest takes of some of these songs that ended up making the record.
There's one from a backyard house show that's on this.
Whose house?
Oh man,
It was like a friend of a friend, I think. We didn't really know him too well.
Okay.
Up in Queen Anne in
What's funny is I
Seattle.
met him
Oh yeah,
on a burn.
Yeah,
he was like, dude, that was my house.
Yeah, I met
15
him
years
too.
ago, he was a renter. He was just there for a little while.
Yeah.
As we all were when we were 24. But I was just wild. I feel like it's weird that I have to. It's just like, yeah, it's not that important. We met him recently. He was a cool guy.
Yeah, we did a show at the bar that we all met at and got our start at a couple weeks ago in Seattle. And I had the same experience. This guy walked up to me and was like, "Hey, do you remember that Queen Anne backyard show?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That was my house." And I told him like that we were releasing this record and there was a live version from that show, and he was very stoked that his like house show was going to be on one of our records.
Did he request to be in the liner notes?
He didn't.
Did
And I
he
don't know his
request
name, but
that you name
But
the
his
sheep
lawyers
face after
did.
him?
yeah, his lawyer's will.
I love that you just throw out the burn. Like, that's you guys' Cheers bar.
Yeah, kind of burn pub.
It's the burn. It's where this band came from a series of serendipitous open mics and Chris working there and being in really cool bands and everybody wanting to be friends with Chris. And
True story.
it's just amazing. And I mean, you said it when you announced this tour. We are so lucky to have had the stars align, meeting one another and creating art in those early days. When you think about that time, what is the first thing that comes to your mind about that magic in a bottle that just kind of happened?
I remember the shoes I was wearing.
Yeah,
I'm a big shoe person. I remember. I feel like shoes mark different eras for people. I remember what shoes I had.
What were they?
They were like faded, kind of blue gray high top Converses
Sweet.
with like holes. I was still like kind of skateboarding then, so there was still some holes. I have to look at Kenny because Kenny was actually a really good skateboarder.
I remember the first time John and I skateboarded together. He left like 15 minutes into it
I
because
was like, you know what, I'm good.
yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna go back home."
This is you. You eat. This is yours.
yeah,
You can have this.
I mean that time for me. I mean, personally speaking, I just turned 21, moving to Seattle by myself, didn't know anybody there, so it was such a new, kind of frightening but exciting period of time. And I was lucky enough, to meet John and Josiah 2 weeks after moving there, and we started writing songs together. And I very quickly found that I had like a community and some friends and something exciting. I'd never been in a band either. Just wrote music at home as like a passion thing, but it was kind of my secret hidden thing that I just loved doing. I think I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I didn't want to like show any friends that I was working on anything until I thought it was good. But it was just a really exciting time, and then getting to know Chris and Charity at the same bar, and eventually this guy, and he was in other bands in town.
How nervous were you to show them your stuff?
I was very nervous the first time I played. This open mic had a piano on stage. I'd never performed in my life, and luckily Josiah was the most like outgoing. Like, I met John and Josiah the same night, and Josiah was like, "Great to meet you. Like, come to my house tomorrow. Music Mondays." Like, very almost over the top, outgoing and friendly. And John is kind of the more brooding, like darker energy guy. So I met him, and he was like, gave me this look, like, "Why are you talking to me? I don't know you." And so without Josiah, I really think he bridged that gap, and we might not have started writing music together. But I do remember Josiah saying, like, "Man, like, you should just put together some music, even if it's instrumental, and play at the open mic." And I did that the next week and was terrified. It was the first time I'd ever played in front of anybody aside from my dad and my sister, probably. But yeah, it kind of like broke the seal for me, and then we started doing it together.
What was your shoe game like back then?
Oh my gosh, just skate shoes, I think. Yeah, just torn
Yeah.
up skate shoes.
That's cool. So this show is coming to Auditorium Theater on May 2nd, the big celebration, 15 years of this album, playing it in its entirety. And I heard it'll be a show unlike anything we've ever done. What does that mean?
Well, I guess we've never played the album front to back.
Never?
In its
I thought you were going to
entirety.
say like anything you've ever seen. Like you were just that cocky about it.
Yeah.
This will blow your mind.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it will be the first time I think we're going to be doing the first record front to back kind of in order of the record and then doing like a second set of other songs. And the first time we had ever done the first record front to back was just a few weeks ago with the Seattle Symphony. And, normally if you've seen us play, we usually end shows with Rivers and Roads, but on the album, that's like track 5.
Yeah.
And it was such a weird feeling to be doing that song in the middle of the set, but it also somehow felt really incredible and kind of rejuvenating. So yeah, I'm excited to be doing that, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, we're all excited to see it. Tickets on sale now, Q101.com for here in Chicago at Auditorium Theater. It's hard to believe that we've had Aperture for 9 months or so.
Yeah, since
At
May.
this
So, yeah.
point, because it still feels very familiar, but it still feels new in a sense, and it marks the first time you guys went back to being completely self-produced since the debut album. What was the impetus to make that decision to kind of get everybody out of the way and just get back to the 6 of you?
One of the first ways we kind of answer that question, because we have gotten that a bit, is we just came out of the pandemic, and the record we put out before was kind of a culmination of a lot of years of kind of trying to expand and explore different sonic territory. And during the pandemic, we had no choice but to explore different sonic territory because we couldn't be together, and so we were having to figure out very creative but also extremely laborious and tedious ways of making music, sending files to each other across the country, in Dropbox folders, and trying to sift through and create music that way is really challenging and lacks a certain spontaneity, which is not to take away from the record, because we love the record that we eventually landed on. But in many ways, like coming back together and being able to actually be in the room and coming with almost no preconceived notions whatsoever. Almost all of the songs on the record were formed with all 6 of us just writing in the moment, responding to each other, and just trying to not bring too much kind of preconceived notion or anxiety about what the outcome is going to be on any given day. And the whole process took about a year. There was half of the time was spent in Richmond, which is John and Tyler's hometown, and Seattle, Washington, which is for the West Coasters, kind of hometown for us. And so it just kind of like there felt like a freedom to be able to just relax about and not be concerned about what the outcome was, and that felt like very liberating. Yeah, and I don't know if that answers the question, but
Yeah, I mean, I think just to not repeat exactly what you said, but yeah, we had come from this weird period where we couldn't be together, and we were, trying to record and even write a record from different cities, and the process of that was so laborious and slow and tedious. And I think, at least personally speaking, I couldn't wait just to get back in a room with the band and throw all the ideas that we had each individually been working on our own during the COVID years and see what stuck, And so it was really fun to get back in a room, and we kept saying band in a room. Like, that's the sound of this record. And, it was very similar to how the first record came to be in that sense. We almost jokingly, thought about naming it The Head and the Heart 2, because it felt like a sequel to our debut, even though it was our 6th album. But yeah, it was a great experience making it.
What was the beginnings of Every Shade of Music?
that was the actual entity at Every Shade of Music. But it's kind of like back of house. It's kind of back of house stuff because and so. What's that?
Every Shade of Blue is the record. Is that
No. Isn't there technically a label?
Yeah,
that you guys.
So it's
part of
kind
this,
of the
part of Aperture?
long story short. When this band began, it was 6 people. Josiah was one of them, and then Josiah, no secrets, walked away. He had to leave the band. We thought it wasn't going to be forever, but it turns out it's not. We're not closing the book on it for the future, but But for the time being, the band is a different entity now with myself instead of Josiah. And so there was that, it's a kind of a back end thing. There's a lot of business behind it more so than creativity necessarily. But so it's
Basically just where to funnel our royalties.
Yeah, it's basically
It's
we
just
had
an
to come up with
organizational thing. It's really, there's no...
It's true. There's
it's
not
just an organizational thing.
Dude,
But,
you're so
yeah, it's
Chicago,
not that
you don't
interesting.
even realize. Yeah.
Me?
That's what we do. We funnel everything.
Well, it's funny, like when you're in a band, eventually they're like, well, you have to have an LLC. So we had Snacks and Buddies LLC was the original one, and then we had to come up with another one that included Maddie since he's been a member for such a long period now. And
love
Every Shade
that.
of Music is what we came up with. But
Gotcha.
More business, less creative.
Yeah, it's not exactly like a thing that we're like shouting out to the world. So.
Okay. Well, I'll just do that for you. Okay. Well, I do want to touch. We are going to enjoy some music from you in just a second, but I would like to touch on the foundation because I just love it so much. The River and Roads Foundation that you started really to give back to your hometown of Seattle and raising money for Seattle-based music programs and initiatives. And I'm going to read this direct from your website, with an emphasis on equitable access to music education for youth and mental health resources and support for musicians, which are all so important, but really honing in on the mental health aspect with Mental Health Awareness Month coming up. If each of you had a toolbox for your own sanity, for your own mental health, what would be a tool that would be in there?
You want to go down the line?
Oh man, we've got a whole bunch of them because I've had to find them over the years. But lately for me, running a bunch, I run quite a bit, and that's like, days when I run, I mentally feel okay and good, and I can get through without too much anxiety. But back in the day when I wasn't doing that and I was pretty unhealthy, it was, I'd say, debilitating at times. Yeah. Exercise.
Yeah, I mean, same. I when we're home, I go on regular walks through. We have a old growth forest, like a park, basically like a slightly one step up from a green belt, basically that has trails that go through it, and I walk it almost every day. And in fact, many of the songs that I contributed to on this record that we just put out, the lyrics just came while I was on those walks, and so it's very much like my source of inner peace. Even when I'm feeling like stressed out on the road, I'll go there in my mind, and it kind of like can slow me back down into a place that feels sane, because it definitely feels insane a lot when we're on the road. Yeah,
it's funny. I feel like I have the same tool, which is, I think, just getting outside is honestly, like, I've had stage anxiety, I guess you'd call it, for my whole life, probably. And when I started playing with these guys, I was playing in 3 or 4 or 5 other bands. So I was playing probably a show out once a week. And I noticed I would have anxiety all day. And what I started to do, what I realized worked for me, was going for a hike. So I would try to go for a hike if I could, if I had the access, had the time off work or whatever. Just get outside, and I feel like somehow that calmed me. It put me in a good place to be on stage, and I do that. And it was hiking, and now it is golfing. So
Yeah.
but just that just getting outside, getting away from your head, moving your body, it feels like, for me at least, and I guess for others too, it feels like the most healthy thing to combat a serious problem.
Chris, did you hear all those golf yes? We got more golf fans than I anticipated. That's cool.
Golf's big, man.
I went golfing yesterday. I couldn't. We got into town, and I got off the bus, and I was like, "This is warm out. This is unexpected."
Yeah, yesterday was beautiful.
And we went up Lakeshore Drive to, I forget the name of the little 9-hole golf course right on the water.
Recreation Drive. Oh, by Lincoln Park Zoo-ish? Right?
It was someone's name.
I'm a big golfer.
It's like a woman's name.
Belmont Harbor. That's not a woman.
Up north. What was her name?
Yeah. Anyways, somebody will Google it and put it in the comments.
But it was so great, and I went with our tour manager, and we usually go out when we can, and it just made my day, And then it got really cold, right when we finished. Actually, halfway through, we had some friends come with us, and shoot some video stuff. And halfway through, actually, right when we got there, let's be honest, it was so cold. But we got into the city and it was like sunny. It was like, oh yeah, like let's book a tea time. Let's meet up in a couple hours. And then we met up in a couple hours, and it was freezing.
Dude, everyone thinks it's a cool catchphrase. It's real. It is cooler by the lake. It's a real thing.
Honestly, the holes that were like the closest to the lake were freezing, and even like 100 yards in, we're like, it's kind of warm out. I'm like, I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, back to being a great city. I mean, just
Winning.
this is a great golf course right on the lake, just up north. Anyway, yeah, get outside.
Yeah, I'd say outdoors. You know, it is a very grounding thing, and where we belong. You know, and I'd say, for me, when I was starting to get anxiety, kind of early on in the band's career, post a European tour that we were opening for My Morning Jacket, and I had so many Red Bulls. I learned that breath work was my friend and kind of the antidote to calm.
Love that.
Yeah. Breath work for sure. Yoga. I started doing a bunch of yoga a year ago. Yeah, I'd say yoga and like working a 12-step program is probably is what allows me to stay, not just stay, but evolve.
Well, I think for a lot of us, your music is one of our tools that we lean on. So thank you for these amazing albums, because they're all in our toolboxes. And finally, I keep seeing clips of you with the Seattle Symphony. Can we just real quick, we have a symphony here in Chicago. Is that something that we could like talk about?
We could definitely
here.
We've got the scores now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was kind of a test run. We'd never done anything like it, and obviously Seattle being the original home base of the band, it made sense to do it there. But there's already some talks about taking it to other cities eventually. And I mean, we're playing 2 nights at Red Rocks in July, and the first night will be with the Colorado Symphony.
Wow.
So yeah, it was an incredible, first time experience for all of us. Felt insane to be on a stage with 70 classically trained musicians when we're like 6 self-taught like indie folk
comical.
band musicians, who half the time don't even know what key we're playing in, but they're different sides of music, and it was an honor to do it, and I hope we can do a whole lot more of them.
Cool. Well, I heard that 2026 might be the year of the Head and the Heart Christmas album too. So it sounds like you guys are super busy.
We've been talking about that for like a decade at least. We need to finally do it.
All right, one thing at a time. First, could you play us a couple songs? Yeah. The Head and the Heart.
You said you have a tattoo. What's the tattoo? 3. Are they all 3 Head and the Heart tattoos? No way. What do you got? Are they easy to reveal? Yeah, otherwise...
Otherwise, respect.
Okay, so she's got for those of you who can't see, she's got, is it a brain on one side? Okay, so the head, the brain, and then a heart on one side. They're like they look like scientifically correct, accurate brain and heart muscle, and then an arrow through a heart on the forearm. Oh, that's so cool. What's that? Oh, thank you. It's always cool when we see people get tattoos. It's like humbling and wild. There's a guy who. He wanted me to just draw right on his arm, and then he tattooed what I drew, which is like a random, like abstract thing that made no sense, but he did it. There's been a few of those. It's kind of awesome. So. I don't recommend it though.
Were those done in Chicago? Cool. I might hit you up for. Yeah. Okay. What's her name? Her name is Gray. With an E or an A? Gray. Cool. All right. That's easy to remember.
Every shade of gray.
All right.
Put your dreams away for now. I won't see you for some time. I am lost in my mind. I get lost in my mind. Mama once told me, you're already home where you feel love. I am lost in my mind. I get lost in my mind. Oh, my brother, your wisdom is older than me. Oh, my brother, don't you worry about me. Don't you worry, don't you worry, don't worry about me. Well, how's that bricklaying coming? How's your engine running? Is that bridge getting built? Are your hands getting filled? Won't you tell me, my brother? 'Cause there are stars up above, so we can start moving forwards. How's that bricklaying coming? How's your engine running? Is that bridge getting built? Are your hands getting filled? Won't you tell me, my brother? 'Cause there are stars up above, and we can start moving forwards. 1, 2, 3, we're alright. Lost in my mind, lost in my mind. Oh, I get lost in my mind. Lost, I get lost, I get lost in my mind. That's right. Lost in my mind, I get lost in my mind. Lost, I get lost, I get lost. Oh, I get lost. Oh, I get.
Thank you. Honey Jerome.
It's another one from that first record. We're just so much to celebrate.
Honey, come home. The stubborn ways are behind me now. They're behind me now. And there's nothing here She'd say hello to us in our separate homes. Darling, please come home. I've cleaned out the fridge, wiped the counters off, put away my clothes. Do you remember every block, every minute of every walk we used to take? We were young so many years ago. And I think of all this time that we wasted without our fighting, and I cry. Just wanna die with the one I love beside me. Someday you said, someday you will miss my head lying next to yours in our marriage bed. Do you remember every block, every minute of every walk we used to take? We were young so many years ago, and I've tried to love my vices, but they've taken me to places that I never thought I'd go. And I am ready to be home, and I think of every spark, every whisper in the dark. Now it's time. Just wanna die with the one I love. Just wanna die with the one I love. Just wanna die with the one I love. Just wanna die with the one I love beside me. Oh, honey, come home. My stubborn ways are behind me now.
Thanks, Kenny.
Oh, the journey of life that is documented in our music. So that was on the first record. We're in mid-20s. This next song was written when I was 39. It's called Cop Car. 3, 4.
Somebody said, hands behind your back, and I made a stupid face. Everything was fine, minding my own mind. Think I'm on drugs and flip me upside down. I made a face, called you a clown. I'm riding in a cop car tonight. I'm riding in a cop car tonight. Looking outside as the blinks go by, wondering how we gonna die. So I see you in court, they say, how much money can you get away? Oh, I hear he's shameless, I hear he's dangerous. He wouldn't look at me in the eye. Riding in a cop car tonight. Oh. So take me on a boat ride, babe. me in the middle of the sea. Make me swim whole, tell me I'm wrong. At least I'll be clean for a week. Riding in a car tonight. A lot of time to think what you're right. Oh, my wife, another in time. I wonder how she'll stick through the ride. Living aside too long. Didn't want to call it all. Under the light, cover of night. Never knew when to run. Taking my time, making it right. I'm riding in a car tonight. I'm riding in a car tonight. Looking outside as the things go by. Brooks and Dunstone, just leave me alone. Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm taking my time, making it right. Yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm taking my time, making it right. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Taking my time, making it right.
All I was thinking about the whole time was like, that should have been a song I wrote when I was 24, and the one about family should have been one I wrote when I was 39, but it was the other way around. You know, the good and the bad of starting a band, being in a band, this being the blessing that it is as your career. You know, you can stay a child as long as you want. You can search wanting to find that child and never grow up in this industry. Some do, some don't. But I'm starting to. And at the same time, I think starting to, be a kid again, but like a healthy kid, which is really cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to do it right, you kind of have to remain a child and also grow up.
Yeah.
It's not an easy dance, but that's the role of a function of being a human, I think, if we're doing it right.
I agree.
All right, this one's the title track from the new record. It's called Aperture.
It's not how we imagined it when we were kids, descending from the same line. Finally looking at the aperture, such a long time coming. This far along we thought you would be happier, but in the distance I can hear the drumming. Come alive, come alive, come alive. What does it feel like? Come alive, come alive, come alive. What does it feel like? 'Cause I can tell your heart's not in it. What will it take to realize there is no end and no beginning? There's only now. Open your eyes. I'm alive, I'm alive. What does it feel like? You and I were just ghosts in the machinery, hiding there in plain sight, moving too fast to make sense of the scenery, always falling from a great height. You get tired of hearing it is what it is. You'll never rise above it. I know this place has always been mysterious, but life's too short to be afraid of it. And I can tell your heart's not in it. What will it take to realize there is no end and no beginning? made for coming out, even though the night is long. I wonder why your heart's not in it. What will it take to realize there's no end and no beginning? There's only love. The nucleus dividing and repeating at the speed of light. And wonder why your heart's not in it. It's not too late, but you're right. Come alive. What does it feel like? Come alive. Come alive. Come alive. What does it feel like? Time was made for running out. Don't know why it took so long. Sun was made for coming out, even though the night is long.
Thank you. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.
How lucky are we? Oh my goodness. The album Aperture. This. Oh, Jesus Christ, Manny.
I don't need this thing anymore.
That was so rock and roll, actually.
Still works.
The 15th anniversary tour. We'll have it at Auditorium Theater on May 2nd. Tickets just went on sale this morning. If there's any left, grab them. Otherwise, we did save you some. Q101.com in the contest section. How lucky are we for this band? How lucky are we to have them here right now? Thank you so much.
Honestly, that is how we feel about the city of Chicago. No bullshit. It's amazing every time we come here, and I don't think I could move as quickly as this coming spring, but maybe spring of 2020. What year is it right now? 2 springs from now.
First the Christmas album, then the symphony album, then
and then
okay.
maybe I could move my family to Chicago.
All right, I got a guy. Just
Okay.
let me know. All right. The Head and the Heart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.